Hi everybody, Cynthia here from the Scrappy Bookworm. Welcome back to the 13 Haunted Projects of Halloween. We are in week 4 and today we are going to kind of give new life to some old buttons that maybe we don't feel like using in another project. We're going to bring back some life to these buttons with some Halloween colored sparkle. Basically, we're going to do 2 types today. One, you're going to still be able to see your buttonholes, so that if you want to pull your floss through or your ribbons through, you'll still be able to do that. And then we're going to do another one where you're actually going to cover up your holes. Okay? The great thing about this is we are going to use glitter, but the great thing about it is we're going to seal the glitter. There is nothing that I cannot stand when you glitter a project and it dries and you're all done, and then later on you go to put that project away and there's like tons of glitter on your hands from that project. It drives me crazy. So I figured out a way to kind of seal it up. This is one of the first ones we're going to make. Okay, you cannot see the buttonholes. These are really, really great to add to your scrapbook layouts, your cards, your flowers, as flower centers, okay? And if you look closely, I'm going to take the glitter, I'm going to rub it on my hand. There's no glitter. It's not going to come off, okay? Then we're going to do the other one, like I said, where you're still going to see your buttonholes, so that you can pull your ribbons and your floss through, and this is also sealed up as well, so your glitter's not going to come off. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start you off on what you need, what kind of button you need if you want to make this look where you don't see the holes. The best button you can use for this technique is one with a well. Okay, if you guys can see, that's not completely flat. Has an edge to it, and all I'm going to do is take my glue gun and I'm going to go inside that well and I'm going to seal it up with my glue gun. Basically just running glue around it and sealing up that well. And when it dries, it's going to dry over those holes and you're not going to have the holes there. Okay, so you just want to basically fill your well up with the glue gun, or the glue from the glue gun. Sit that here and let that dry good. And do another one. Okay. Go around the well and just fill it with your hot glue. And right over your holes. Set it aside. One more time. Fill up your well of the button. And over the holes. And that's it, guys. You're going to set those aside and let that dry fairly good. And we're going to start with the other button where you're still going to see your holes, okay? I like to use my tweezers for this so that I don't get too messy. Let's see if I can find them. There they are. I like to put my tweezers in the holes here and grab my button. For this type of technique, you want a flat button. You don't want any kind of button with a well in it. It works better if it's a flat surface. And what you're going to use is your glossy accents. And you want to do a really thin layer. You don't want to do it too thickly. But you kind of want to start around your edges. Go around your edge with the glossy accents. Like I said, do it thin, guys. You don't want a really big, thick coat. Not as thick as you would do when you're doing your tiles. And then just go around your holes. Leave the holes open. Okay, once you have a nice layer of glossy accents, what I did was I stuck different types of Halloween colors in my well here, in my dish. I did lime green, chunky purple, a fine orange, and a black. And you see how I just kind of swirled them together? Going to take your button and you're just going to start swirling it gently in all the different colors. So it can be multicolored. Okay? There you go. You want to set this aside on a flat surface and let it dry up a little bit. Okay? Let's check this button here. That's dried pretty good. I'm just going to use some clear tacky glue, clear gel glue. Put a little bit on the button. Swirl it around my finger so I hit the whole entire top surface with it. I'm just going to take it with my fingers. Gets a little messy. I'm just going to dip it into all the different colors of the glue. Now you still have your holes back here, so if you wanted to, you could probably use your tweezers for this as well, because the holes in the back aren't really sealed up. Okay. Set it aside, let it dry. We're going to do one more. See if yeah, the holes are still open in the back for my tweezers. Add some of the tacky glue, the clear gel glue. Rub it all along the surface. And then dip it into your glitter. Okay. I'm going to want a little bit more over here. I noticed I didn't fill that in too well with the hot glue. Okay, set that aside and let it dry. Now, I'm going to show you how to seal it. Once they're dried a little bit, like this one I did earlier, it's drying pretty good. Those are already completed. Once they're dried a little bit, all I did was I took the same exact clear gel tacky glue, put it in a little glass dish, and I only added a tiny bit of water to it. So it's dripping, but it's still kind of thick. Okay? All you're going to do is run it over your glitter. Run it all over the top of the button with this watered down gel glue. The only reason why I watered it a little is so it would spread easier. Okay? That's all you do to seal it up. Set it aside and let it dry. Okay? I'll do the same thing with these. Just add some of the glue and it seals it up for you, and that way when it dries and you go to touch it, you're not going to get glitter all over your fingers. That drives me absolutely crazy when I mean, I love the glittered look, but I don't like getting glitter all over the place. Like when you decorate for Halloween, or, you know, it's all over your Christmas ornaments. I really, really do like the look. I don't like the mess afterward. So usually if somebody gets me an ornament and it's glittery and then the glitter's coming off, I use this. I go right over it, the whole thing, and it seals it up for me. Okay? That's all you have to do, guys. And they turn out like that. Nice and sparkly for Halloween once they dry. You're going to want to let these dry for a little while. I'd say a good couple hours. Let it all set in and stuff before you play around with them and put them in your flowers. But it just brings back some sparkly life to some old buttons. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and join me next week for week number 5 of the 13 Haunted Projects of Halloween. Take care.